because we kind of hitting on this same point with all the way we are as a community, because we got some issues internally, right? That's not even not the white man and stuff, just how we as a people are operating, right? So what about people who just have, and I'm using myself, right? One of the things I learned in therapy, I had to look back at like my childhood, like how I was raised. And my mother was very warm, very affectionate. To this day, when I see my mother, kisses, hugs, I love you. Like we're very close knit, right? But also now dealing with people who may not have close knit, right? And they may have came high intensity. They may have came from like yelling, cursing, quick, right? How do we communicate in a way that's healthy that doesn't lead to like friction? Because in our community, a lot of times it's like you said, I think you said earlier, like our young people be like, what you looking at? And it's like a lot of times it's your own self, right? It's like nobody's looking at you. But so how do we help to work on like how we communicate with each other so we can communicate healthily instead of communicating in ways that lead to chaos, that lead to dysregulation, that lead to...
It's what I said earlier though, Henry. Just as what I said. It's not a team sport. It's an individual. Because here's the thing: two hurt people coming together is not going to make a whole. Like you both, put that on t-shirt.
That's a word right there.
You both have to be whole to have a positive relationship. Now, we can talk from time to time, but that still doesn't mean that we have a healthy relationship. It's when we both start to heal individually that we can have that, because that's when we start to recognize the things in us that we must change in order to be even civil in a conversation with anyone. And if I'm doing that and you're not doing that, there's no health. It's like my grandmother. So I grew up with raised by my grandparents, and my grandmother would never throw fruit away. If one came in bad, like a batch of peaches came in one time, and she actually did this, and I said, I called her Big Mom. I said, Big Mom, why this is a bad one and the rest of them not bad? She said, baby, if I leave this in here, they will be bad. Come on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out and I'm going to cut the bad part away, and then I'm going to preserve the rest. What we're not doing is we're not cutting the bad parts away. We're holding on to it.
That's deep.
We're holding on to it. And so that's the thing, is like we have to heal individually before the relationship can ever go anywhere else.
That's deep.
And that goes back to trauma.
Yes.
It goes back to trauma. Trauma recovery, you have to start with the individual, then you have to change your narrative, and then you improve your relationships. We want to do it the opposite. We want to do it all, just to flip it all the way upside down. Well, if I could just have a better relationship with my mom.
So you saying PEMDAS is you got to start with the parentheses, then exponent. We try to subtract what we deal with the parentheses.
There is an order of operations to healing. I'm trying to tell you. We want to keep going back to your mom. Your mom ain't been to therapy.
Right.
We want to keep trying to heal our marriage. Your husband, your wife ain't been to therapy. So you start with yourself. You change your narrative. You're not a victim anymore. You change the way you're looking at your story. You find your power, and then you see if you're able to salvage those relationships, because you may not be able to.
Yes.
And it's okay if you.
That's deep.
And that's okay.
And a seasoned therapist will stop that couples, that family, and say, you know what? I need y'all individually. Because we know at the end of the day, if y'all keep going like this, ain't nobody gonna heal. So we need to get to the root of what's going on with you, and then we need to get to the root of what's going on with you before we can even move forward.